Wow, what a terrible way to start the day. 5:30 in the morning, text messages, phone calls from the client and the company that's building us a custom part. So it's been a heck of a morning. These people are unrealistic with their demands. We've had a little bit of a difficult time with this client, and it came to a head. I'm not going to say anything bad. It was just too much. There was a mistake made by somebody else that they thought was us, and so we got blamed for it, even though I finally proved to them today that the mistake was not ours. And we just decided as a team that this isn't worth it, and we are divorcing the client, and they are not pleased at all because it's been a long, drawn-out process already. They're very anxious to be getting going, but I did tell them at the very beginning of this, I made it abundantly clear, this job is going to take a long time and it's going to be expensive. And that I told them, just put the boat up on the hard at the marina and go home. And they chose to not to. They chose to stay here, and they kept the boat in the water, and they shouldn't have done that. They should have listened to me. They should have gone home. I'm going to drop off a template for them, and unfortunately, I try to work with everybody, but this is just situation is just untenable at this time. So I'll give you some specifics about this. I have about 15 hours into this. I didn't charge them for any of that time. We don't have a service contract agreement or anything between us. So we're just walking away from this. Even though I'm going to take a loss, it's better to walk away, be done with it, than try to keep pounding a square peg into a round hole. Frustrating, rather emotional state right now. Got to make sure I have kid gloves on today when I deal with the crew. I don't want to be yelling at my guys. In fact, I'm so upset that I might just maybe go home and run the crew from the house and take the day off. Can't win them all. I try to take care of everybody, but there were mistakes made all around, and I'll accept that for some of it, but moving forward is not an option for me anymore at this point in time. Anyways, yeah, just pay attention to who you associate with and who you deal with. If your wife or a significant other, if you have one of those, if their spidey sense is going off and they've said that, and yours is not going off, make sure you listen to them, because that intuition is a big thing. And if you disregard, it's your own risk, which is what I did.
Not a fun job having to do it. But you know, when you have hesitation or you have reluctance, sometimes it's just better to say no more. And that's what we're doing. I had the conversation with the people when I called them. I let them know that we would no longer be servicing them. And you know, you hate to do that. We hate to put anybody in a bind, but you also need to look out for yourself. And like Matt said, he's pretty shook up today from it, and it's just not worth it. Life's too short. That's why you get to choose who you want to work with. Well, so do we. That's the amazing part. We get to choose who we want to work with, and we don't need to work with people that are not nice. Nice job, babe.
Yep.
I just want to give you a lesson. It doesn't always pay to be nasty. In the boating world, you got to find your mechanics. You choose who you want to use, but we also get to choose who we want to serve. Keep that in mind. I take this guy out and then he's on this phone constantly.
Yeah, I'm working.
I've been wanting to show you guys that A&B has now put signs up because all the feeding of the fish and the sharks were getting very thick in the marina here. So they've stopped throwing as much out to the tarpon. Look at these scavengers. Look at these guys. Man, they're just waiting for a free meal.
Waiting for somebody to clean some fish.
Hoping somebody throws them a catch.
All right, the weather report today is it's warm, less wind, cloudy. I don't know, it's low 70s, I would say. And we're at some place we don't normally go very often. It's called Coconut Mallory. It's like a condo place. And they got a Gumbo's bar back here. And we're going down to Slip 15 down here to see about replacing a hydraulic helm on a boat. They got cornhole. This is the bar. Obviously, it's not open yet. Pretty skinny finger pier here. In that hole. There was a rag around it, so yeah, the helm's leaking. So we got a new one.
Coming out all?
Maybe just a little bit. Hang on.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't stuck together.
Yeah, need a hammer. Need something heavy.
You use one of these rocks.
Yeah, we could try that. Hang on. Let's see. Let's try it.
Wait, is the keyway lined up?
Should be. It can't turn.
Yeah, it should rotate with it. Yeah.
All right. Go back to the shop. Let's get our tools. Success. We got the old wheel off the helm. We're gonna hop on and start hooking this hydraulics up. Watch out, the first step is a doozy. Like we have a supervisor.
Big old grandpa.
Yeah, big nasty thing. In case you guys didn't know, iguanas can swim. He ain't very happy about it.
He is not happy about it. That's the first time I've seen an iguana retaliate like that, though.
Yep. And the batteries are probably dead. Push that trim down button. No, up on throttle.
Yep.
Good morning. This is Matt with Mobile Marine. Hey, I'm here on the boat and I need to trim the motors down. Ignition need to be trimmed on to trim them down, or? They run on separate hydraulics. Okay, it's not going down. Let me work on this and see what I can figure out.
Working all the air out.
Yep.
One motor won't go down. Why is that?
Something's wrong with the tilt trim. Probably the motor's burned up. I think we're gonna get away with the easy bleeding. Hit that down trim button.
I can do it solely for that motor if you want. With, like, I'm pretty sure because these panels are...
The electric motor's probably shot. All right, crank that thing some more back and forth. All right, we got both end motors. Engines turning left and right. We can't get the port one to trim down, but you can see they're moving. Got little, keep going. Got little to no air coming up the bleed hose. We're just gonna go back and forth for a while and keep getting bubbles out. Anyways, I think we're looking good. I don't see any leaks. Nothing dripping underneath the helm.
This is gonna be fun.
Well, no, it's not that big of a deal. I'll show you how we do it. Hopefully there's room in that thing up there to pour the rest of that bottle in the reservoir. Probably
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Okay, we'll make do. All right, well, I don't know what to make of this. I can't really troubleshoot this. Need it out of the water. That's what I'm gonna tell them.
I mean, isn't there that screw on the side that you could put it down, but
There is, but I don't want to put it down because I got a feeling trying to get that back up,
it's not gonna be fun?
I don't know that I could do it. We're wrapping this up. Of course, there's more stuff. There always is. So what we do is we come here, put my finger on the hole, come down here. Any one of those old diapers? Or nah, this will work. Hand me the lid. Stow that in a tote right next to the bucket with the lid down. Yeah, hand me one of these old diapers. We'll use one of these. Well, we didn't have to use the power purge today.
Did the easy way.
The power purge does pretty much the same thing, except you hook it up to here, and then you also hook it up to the steering cylinders in the back if you're installing a whole new system.
But like, then you have to get like all that air
like
out.
all the lines all the way are full of air. And that thing with the electric pump on it will it recirculates fluid all the way through here, all the way back, and then it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. I mean, that's tight. You move the wheel and those things are moving. I mean, check it out. Yeah, it's working good. All right.
A lot better than what it used to be.
Oh, heck yeah. Do a quick cleanup. All right, let's start putting our tools up, AJ. All right, well, sorry, guys. I don't have my good camera with me, but I was walking by and I saw this beautiful Viking. Looks like it's either brand new or recently painted. I love the light green color. And the Holland's painted too. That's nice. You don't usually see something like that so often. But I love the name too. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Got Fish Use. So it's pretty cool. Made me smile. Just sharing with you guys.